Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Jen, and music has always been an escape for me. Whether I was at a loss of words or I just couldn't find the right words to say to somebody or just how I felt, music was the answer. And so at the young age of 4, I was asked as a child, Jen, do you want to play the piano? And I was like, well, I don't know, sure, yeah. So I continued and I played the piano for about 10 years until I was not able to attend piano lessons. And then I took a break from music for a little bit and I was like, I need something that's portable. I need something where I can share my love of music to other people rather than try to push this big hunking piano out of the way. So I fell in love with the guitar because it was just this awesome thing. But even that, it was big for me to carry around. I'm only 5'2", so I mean, it's probably as tall as me. So I picked up an ukulele because at the time, I was just amazed by it. I lived in Hawaii for 3 years because my dad was stationed there in the Navy. And I was just like, wow, that's an amazing instrument. But what is the ukulele? In Hawaiian, the ukulele broken down means jumping flea. And that's where I begin my story. People from Portugal, traders and sailors, took this long voyage from Portugal to the Hawaiian Islands, more like the Polynesian area. And so a man by the name of Joao Fernandes actually first publicized the ukulele around one of the sailing posts. And word spread out to Hawaiian royalty, which at the time was King David Kalakaua and the soon-to-be Queen Liliuokalani. And they were accomplished musicians already. And they heard about this guy who was just there playing by the water. And they were so amazed and fell in love with this instrument. And by the time around the World War I era, it was brought to the USA because soldiers were bringing it back home. They were like, oh, look at this neat thing I brought home. And so that was that. But the ukulele isn't just another instrument. It's another way to bring joy and happiness into people's lives. Paul Moore started a charity called Ukuleles for Peace, in which he brought people, well, not people, children, who were Israelis and Palestinians. And instead of focusing on what the older generations were doing and this whole war going on between the two countries, he brought them together and taught them songs to play together, to not just forget about what's happening out in the real world, but just to enjoy life. And another great thing that people are doing out with ukuleles is back in the Iraqi war, a lady by the name of Shirley Orlando and Anita Coyoli Cullen decided to go and fundraise, and instead of bringing just regular care packages of like food and necessities, they were like, hey, let's go give them instruments to go and play. And why not the ukulele? It's still different and new. And Lieutenant Colonel Norman Sato said, just for a brief moment while playing and singing along, we had memories of what we called home. And it brought us back and helped us reminisce about our families. And Anita Coyoli Cullen, who was one of the ladies who had helped send these ukuleles out to the troops, she had said, we've gotten emails from the troops that when they strummed the ukulele at night, the Iraqi soldiers would come over and tell them, we like the music, we enjoy this. So even at times of war, it brought people together. And so you see, the ukulele is like David from the biblical parable. It may be small, but you can't underestimate the power that comes behind 4 strings and curved wood. And so I leave you with a song from the last leading person of Hawaiian royalty, Queen Liliuokalani, entitled Aloha Oe, which means farewell to thee.
10 degrees.